Hey everyone, thank you all so much for joining another live stream, my friends. I decided I would give you guys another weather update as we are going to be tracking the potential for several winter storms to roll on through as we head into the next couple of weeks, including throughout today and even into tomorrow, where we do have one winter storm currently ongoing. And then after that, we will be tracking another big time winter storm by the time we get into the weekend, as this does look to bring the potential for some pretty big time snowfall, maybe even another round of freezing rain to roll on through this weekend. So we will be watching later this week and even into the beginning of next week closely, and maybe even a few more winter storms after that. But from what we know so far, though, it's definitely not looking good for a lot of you guys, as this is going to be a big time winter storm as it rolls on through. But before we really start talking about things, make sure to subscribe to the channel, especially if you are new here. Like the live stream, give it a thumbs up, and also share this with any friends, family, or anyone who you know on social media. Make sure to do that, and I definitely appreciate it. But let's first start off by giving you guys an update on how the winter storms are looking to play out as we head throughout the next couple of days, because as of right now, you guys can already see how we are going to be doing with that potential for freezing rain, especially across the northern Ohio Valley as we head throughout today and even into tomorrow. So that will be something to continue to watch for, as freezing rain does look to continue, and we'll even have some thunderstorms try to pop up on the southern side of that system. And then after that, we will then see that head out, but we will then start to see another shot of maybe a winter storm or two rolling on through the Great Lakes region, northern Ohio Valley, and that will eventually head into the mid-Atlantic, and that will be as we get into the weekend and even into the beginning of next week, as it could bring some similar impacts to what we're seeing right now. And then after that heads out, we will then start to see another sign of a big time winter storm rolling on through, especially as we get into Tuesday, February 11th, where not only could we be seeing heavy snowfall, but look at that, training freezing rain is what I like to call it, as it's just going to be going continuously across those areas. We're talking areas across the lower Ohio Valley likely getting on that freezing rain as we head into the beginning of next week, especially on Tuesday. So that will be something to watch for as we get into next week. And just to show you guys how concerning that looks, let's go ahead and take a zoom in view on this by selecting the Ohio Valley and by taking a look at our total freezing rain using the European model. You guys can see how the European model is really wanting to point out the potential for freezing rain as we get into the next couple of days, at least with the system that's rolling on through right now. But the lower Ohio Valley, pretty much anywhere from Missouri all the way back over there into Kentucky, even over there into the Appalachian Mountains, it does look like we could be seeing some freezing rain with this next system. So we will need to be watching it very closely over the next couple of days. And then, like I said, we will be tracking another potential for freezing rain as we get into the beginning of next week. So we will continue to watch both of those, as freezing rain is definitely looking likely, and I think the more concerning chance for freezing rain will be next week. So definitely something to really be paying attention to, as it's not looking good for a lot of you guys. Like I said, we're not really looking at anything great as of right now, and same with snowfall. Snowfall is definitely going to be pretty plentiful across some of these areas. We're talking potentially greater than a foot of snowfall over there across the upper Midwest, as some areas could get close to a foot. Maybe even some snowfall occurring over here in the lower Ohio Valley too, as well, as some of those areas could also be seeing the potential for some pretty heavy snowfall. So definitely something to really be keeping an eye on very closely, as it does look like things could really start to ramp up as we get into next week, as not only will we be seeing those chances for snow, but it looks like we will also be tracking those chances for even a winter storm. So yeah, we will definitely watch it very closely for you guys, as this is definitely going to be one of our next big concerns. And not only will we be tracking that, let's see, we're going to go a little bit farther out. So let's go ahead and select the GFS model, so that way we can try to go a little bit farther out. You guys can see that the GFS model does actually show the same thing as we get into Tuesday of next week. And then after that, maybe a little bit of a clipper system rolling on through right behind it, possibly bringing chances for more heavy snowfall, maybe even some freezing rain, and then maybe even another clipper system right behind it as well, which could definitely cause some significant impacts. And if you haven't liked the stream yet, make sure to give this live stream a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel, especially if you are new here, as I really do appreciate the support, and it also does help spread out the word to everyone. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be watching for as we get into next week, like I said. The other thing that we're concerned about is severe storms. We are under the gun for a little bit of severe weather for today, as the latest from the Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal level 1 out of 5 threat for a few severe storms, anywhere from northern Tennessee all the way up there into parts there of Kentucky, even southern Ohio. So we will need to be watching those areas very closely, as it does look like we could be seeing the potential for some pretty big time thunderstorms to start popping up. So that will be one thing to keep an eye on for today. Another thing is that we will be seeing even some severe storms even lingering tomorrow, as you can see, as the chances for severe weather will be there. But keep in mind, though, that both today and tomorrow, the threat for severe weather is very conditional. So even though we are under the gun for maybe a severe storm or two, it's going to be a very conditional risk, which means we will be seeing the environment there for maybe a little bit of severe weather. It's just that the chances will be lower and the environment does not appear to be as favorable. So we will need to watch it, but once again, the environment does not look to be as favorable, as it's a very conditional threat both today and tomorrow. And even though we will be tracking even those chances for some isolated damaging winds, which looks to be the biggest concern tomorrow, and maybe some hail, but it doesn't look like hail is going to be a huge concern tomorrow either. So I think the biggest concern will be today, as not only are we still seeing this marginal risk in play, and this is mainly driven by a 2% chance for tornadoes and even a little bit of a wind threat as well, but once again, those chances are looking pretty low overall, as things have not really gotten quite crazy just yet. But once again, we will watch it closely as thunderstorms, like as you can see right there, we got one thunderstorm by Elizabethtown that is already popping up and currently ongoing. So now is a good time to keep an eye on the weather over here for today, as we also will have freezing rain ongoing at the same time up here to the north. I really do appreciate you guys joining my live stream. Once again, if you haven't liked the stream yet, make sure to give this live stream a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel, so that way you guys can stay safe from these storms, and it really does help support the word out to everyone, and I really do appreciate it. And make sure to also chat. It doesn't look like a lot of you guys have chat yet, but feel free to leave any questions, guys. I'm definitely there for it. Let's see here. Thanks for joining. I really do appreciate it, my friend. Hope you're doing well out there. And of course, we will even watch even as we get into early next week. And just to show you guys the travel impacts, which is also another thing I wanted to look at. Let's look at the overall impact. So this is pretty much adding freezing rain and heavy snowfall together, which is pretty much creating an average travel impact. So if you add both freezing rain and heavy snowfall together, like let's say both of those were or on the roadways, we will likely be seeing those moderate impacts over there in the higher elevations there in the Appalachian Mountains, especially in Virginia, Maryland, and even up there into central and southern Pennsylvania. Same with northern Ohio, could be seeing some minor, maybe even a little bit of moderate impacts in some areas. And of course, we will even be watching the New England region, as those areas could even be seeing some big impacts too as well. And this will be for today, but by the time we get into tomorrow, it looks like those travel impacts are going to thankfully diminish, but most of those travel impacts will thankfully be continuing to the northeast, as we should be in the clear across the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes. So if you're still, up there in New England, make sure you are being on high alert up there, as not only will we be seeing travel impacts today, or at least later tonight, but we will also be seeing those chances for travel impacts even as we get into tomorrow, and maybe even into day 3. So definitely something to pay attention to, as travel impacts are definitely looking likely. Let's see here. I'm going to go to sleep. You're good, my friend. I'm at least glad you joined me. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, that's what we're going to be watching for these next few days especially. And once again, winter storms definitely also looking like a big concern as we get into the future as well. And once again, if you guys got any questions, comments, or concerns to leave down in the chat, feel free to do that, as I am definitely there for it. And once again, subscribe and like the stream if you haven't done that yet. And I also do want to announce to you guys that we are thinking about doing a tornado season forecast sometime. Depending on how this year looks, I may do a tornado season forecast for this year to let you guys know about what could be happening about this tornado season this year. And it looks like this tornado season may be pretty active overall, so that's something to stay tuned for, as I may do a tornado season forecast like in the middle of February, maybe even at the end of it, but it will definitely be sometime before March. So make sure to turn on all notifications and subscribe, so that way you guys don't miss out on my potential tornado season forecast that I might do. Let's see here. Hi there. Thank you for the weather update. Oh, you're very welcome, my friend. Thank you for joining me. Definitely has been greatly appreciated so far. And of course, we will also be tracking even the potential for some pretty big time winter storms as well. So, like I said, now is a good time to really be paying attention out there. I also do kind of want to take a look at the National Blend of All Models too as well, which is pretty much averaging everything out with how much ice each of the models are showing. So if we look at how much ice we could see, National Blend of All Models is saying that we could be seeing around 1/10 of an inch of freezing rain across the lower Ohio Valley as we get into the future. But before that, with the next few storms are expected to roll on through, which will be this first one, which will likely be rolling on through today, and then this next one, which will be as we get into the weekend, that will likely cause some freezing rain issues, as places like Ohio, Indiana, southeast Michigan, even over there into Pennsylvania. So we definitely will need to be watching these areas very closely, as a lot of freezing rain is definitely looking likely out there, as well as this is definitely not looking good. Let's see here. Heard I might get ice and snow at the same time Saturday. I could see higher amounts of accumulation possible. I'll stay safe. Oh yeah, of course, my friend. I hope you stay safe, especially as I do think down trees, down power lines, and even widespread power outages are definitely going to be a major concern with this system. Not only that's rolling on through right now, but also another one that we're rolling through this weekend. So yeah, definitely stay safe out there, my friend. That's why we do weather forecasts on this channel. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be seeing over the next couple of days, and as we get into the weekend, and then once again we might be seeing some more as we get into next week. And then the last thing I want to look at is the national blend of all models. So if we take this forward till next week, you guys can see how we are going to be tracking some pretty big snowfall amounts with the system that's rolling on through right now, and especially the one that's expected to occur as we get into next week. And as we take this forward, you guys can see how those amounts really do start to add up, as we got good model agreement across the Great Lakes region for potentially a winter storm bringing around a foot of snowfall. We might even see anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of snowfall down here across the entire Ohio Valley, maybe even as far down south as the Tennessee and Kentucky border there, maybe even some areas in Missouri getting 3 to 5 inches, same with Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas. So definitely make sure you guys are paying attention out there. Once again, not really looking great, as we will be seeing those chances for some pretty big time freezing rain. And once again, for how much snowfall we're going to see, definitely not looking good either. So yeah, that's what we're going to be watching for over the next few days. If you guys got any questions to leave down in the chat, feel free to leave that. And once again, I really do appreciate you guys joining my live stream, and subscribing and liking my live stream really does help support my channel, and also really is appreciated. Let's see here. What are the chances of that shifting north towards Chicago? I would probably say pretty high, especially given the fact that some areas could be seeing some pretty big time winter storms, across the northern United States. So I think you got a pretty good shot of definitely seeing the potential for winter storms, like I said. And so, yeah, definitely make sure you are paying attention out there, as I do think things could really start ramping up. Let's see, what is Nightbot doing? That's kind of weird here. I'm gonna quickly do something about that. Just hold on a second. Okay. I think I fixed it now. I apologize for that, guys. I'm not sure why Nightbot was doing that. I was surprised. And you're fine, my friend. You didn't do anything wrong. You're good. There we go. I'm just gonna make sure all my other things are good as well. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I apologize for that, my friend. I wasn't trying to be rude or anything. I just realized that it did that, and so I wanted to stop it. Let's see here. What are the chances? Yeah, like I said, my friend, you're definitely gonna be at risk for that. Let's see here. What are the chances of that shifting south towards Chicago? The chances of that shifting south towards Chicago, like I said, are pretty high, and yeah, definitely gonna need to be paying attention to that. Let's see here, Ohio. Yeah, Ohio definitely gonna be in for some pretty good snow. Let's see here. You're all good. Yeah, like I said, you're fine, my friend. Didn't want to try to be rude or anything. Okay, there we go. I finally figured it out. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, if you haven't liked the stream yet, make sure to give this live stream a thumbs up, like I said, as we are going to continue to stay live for this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And I really do appreciate it. And I'm hoping that we can continue to spread the word out to everyone. Definitely helps out a lot. But yeah, we've been going over mostly of what we want to. I am going to stay live a little longer, especially because we only been live for about 20 minutes so far. And once again, I really do apologize for the inconvenience right there. I did not realize that was happening in chat, so I stopped Nightbot from doing those things. But I definitely do have just a few more things to talk about if you guys want to continue to stay here. Let's see here. Is this the current ice storm? The current ice storm right now is bringing a lot of freezing rain. Yes, some of this is the current ice storm that's ongoing as of right now. It's especially going to bring those higher totals farther north, but at the same time, we will be tracking even the potential for a little bit of freezing rain with this system, as it's still going to continue to bring some impacts. So yeah, some of this is from the ice storm that's ongoing right now, my friend. Good question, by the way. But yeah, if you haven't liked the stream yet, make sure to give this live stream a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, so that way we can try to help spread the word out to everyone, and I really do appreciate it, my friends. And if you guys haven't found this yet, I am selling Weather with Sim merchandise on my channel. If you guys would like to go check that out, make sure to click the link down below in the description, as I am selling merchandise as of right now. I'm hoping that we can continue to, grow not only this channel, but also grow like my merchandise and all that stuff. So if you guys would like to go check it out, feel free to do that by clicking the link down below in the description. Let's see here. How many inches of snow do you think could hit Chicago tomorrow and this Saturday? So for tomorrow, let's look at the H triple R mall for that. So for tomorrow on the total snowfall, it looks like for Chicago, it looks like you're gonna be missing out on a lot of the snowfall. It sounds like it's especially going to be to your north, but we will still keep an eye on it for you closely, as it does look like even areas, even up there in the UP and Michigan, could experience some snowfall. So it doesn't look like you're going to be seeing very much with this first one, but with the second one, which is going to be rolling on through this weekend, it looks like you could be seeing some snow with that one. It doesn't look like it's going to be a lot, but you may see anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of snowfall, depending on your location in Chicago, because the cutoff is actually pretty extreme. Like if you're in Chicago, you're likely to get maybe around 1 inch to 2 inches. If you're south of Chicago, like around Gary, Indiana, then you're only gonna see about a tenth of an inch of snow or less. So the cutoff is pretty extreme, but once again, though, it's definitely looking like you might get a little snowfall from that one, and then after that, maybe another shot of seeing some snowfall as we get into the beginning of next week, which I think that will be your best shot of at least seeing a few inches. So yeah. And it's kind of crazy how areas in between Chicago and all the way down there towards Bloomington, let's say, Bloomington, Indiana, we got an area that's almost going to see nothing. Like, it's pretty crazy how there's an area in between these two sections that barely get any snow. So yeah, think we gone over most of what we want to go over in this live stream. If you guys got anything else you guys want to leave down in the chat, make sure to leave it right now before we end this live stream, and make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet, as I really do appreciate the support, and it really does help spread the word out to everyone. So now would be a good time to do that before we end this live stream, which it looks like we'll probably end it in about 5 minutes. But yeah, think like I said, we gone over a lot of things. I'm just gonna be going over all this before we end this live stream, just so you guys know. Let's see, snowball fight. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be seeing a enough snow to really be doing a snowball fight out there. And yeah, I hope you guys really have fun with it, because, we're going to be seeing a lot of snowfall, especially across the Great Lakes region. We're also going to be seeing snow even across parts there, the Ohio Valley, especially as we get into next week. And once again, that potential for even some freezing rain will also be there, as even the European Mall is pointing out maybe a little bit of freezing rain a little farther down to the south with the system next week. So yeah, definitely enjoy all the ice and snow out there that we're going to have. But once again, make sure you use extreme caution if you're going to be driving on the roadways, as travel could be nearly impossible in some areas, especially in the higher elevations over here in PA, West Virginia, Virginia, and even Maryland. So make sure to be ready out there. Let's see here. Been subscribed for a while now and liked every single one of your weather videos. Keep up the good and hard work, man. Oh yeah, I really do appreciate it, my friend. That is really good. I really do appreciate you joining my live stream, by the way, my friend. You've been awesome. But yeah, think that's all. Make sure to subscribe and like this live stream before we end it in just a few minutes. Once again, really does help support the channel a lot, and we are also trying to help spread the word out to everyone. Let's see here. Black ice covered with snow is a little dangerous. I know, even more dangerous than just plain old ice. That snow makes the ice even more dangerous, so it's definitely not good that we're seeing a little ice and snow in some areas. But yeah, Thank you all so much for watching today's live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe and like if you haven't done that already, as it helps support the channel, and so that way we can help spread the word out to everyone. I will try to do a update tomorrow, so make sure to stay tuned for that by clicking all notifications. And I also hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday out there, and as well as a great start to your day tomorrow. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank